Hello, everyone. The big fight about whether the Hong Kong fire was caused by plastic net or bamboo scaffold is finally over today. Why? Because today, a super shocking news came out. All the safety nets that the builder Hong Yi Company bought from Shandong Chinchu Net Company had fake test reports. At the same time, we now know clearly that the boss of Chinchu Company, Zhang Shanshan, has family connection with Xi Jinping's younger brother Xi Yuanping and his wife. As more and more secrets about the Hong Kong fire come out, the Hong Kong leader John Li Jiaqiao, is in bigger and bigger trouble. This is not only because he set up a very controversial independent committee. Notice, he did not say independent investigation committee. These two are very different. He also has to take leader responsibility for this terrible fire. And don't forget, he is an important member of Xi Jinping's team. Will this fire become the reason for the anti-Xi group to kick him out? Today is December 2nd, Eastern U.S. time. I am Tang Jingyuan. Let's use simple facts, logic, and common sense to find the truth behind the news. First, let's talk about the dark secret of the safety nets. They're the most direct killer of the fire. Hong Kong reporters found out. After the deadly fire at Hong Fuk Court, the whole city was nervous and everyone checked safety nets. Many buildings put up their net test reports. One building in Changsha showed 2 reports in a lobby. The nets were the same dense-ice safety net and fireproof safety net made by Shandong Chinchu Company, same as the fire building. The test center name was National Labor Protection Products Quality Supervision and Inspection Center, Beijing. But when reporters checked the center's official website, they could not find any record at all. Another building in Chai also quickly gave the same Beijing center report the day after the fire, November 27th. The report number started with the same words, and the date said January 2025, exactly the same style as the first building. Then the most shocking part came. A worker from that Beijing center told a reporter, "We changed our name in 2019. Now we are called National Labor Protection Products Quality Inspection and Testing Center, Beijing." Any report after 2019 that still has the word supervision is 100% fake. This means all the safety net test reports for Hong Fuk Court were fake. Even worse, many other buildings used the same Shandong nets and the same fake reports. Some used another center in Binzhou City, but those reports also cannot be found on the official website. So the scary truth is, many different buildings all use the same Shandong Company nets and the same kind of fake reports. After the fire, instead of checking themselves, when people got pressure, they quickly put up these already useless and fake reports. This shows the whole public housing repair system has big problems. Now the big question, who made these fake reports? According to the government, all nets were bought from one Hong Kong seller. So there are 3 possibilities. The factory gave the fake reports, or the Hong Kong seller gave them, or the builder gave them. We don't know yet. But why do so many buildings all use the same company? Is there some secret money connection? Many people quickly thought about the boss Zhang Shanshan and wondered if she is the same Zhang Shanshan who made lots of money from COVID tests and is related to Xi Jinping's wife's sister. But after checking carefully, the COVID test Zhang uses different Chinese character, San not San, different age, different person. Hong Kong media also checked they are not the same person. Yesterday, we talked about how the builder mixed cheap non-fireproof nets with good nets to cheat the safety check. Look at this picture. Good fireproof nets were only put on lower floors, bad cheap nets on high floors. The bad nets cost 124,200 Hong Kong dollars. The good ones would cost $230,000. The difference is only about $105,800. For this small money, the builder used bad nets and killed at least 156 people. More than 30 people are still missing 1 week later. If this happened in mainland China, many of us would say normal, because they're the government and companies work together and human life is not important. But in Hong Kong, everyone is shocked. Now the hottest topic today, why did John Li refuse to set up a real independent investigation committee? After the fire, everyone, officials and normal people, asked for a real independent investigation committee. But today, John Li only announced an independent committee led by a judge to look at why the fire started and spread so fast. He said the fire shows big mistakes in building repair work and supervision, so we need big changes. As soon as he said this, everyone got angry. Why? Independent committee and independent investigation committee are only two words different, but they are completely different. Independent committee has no law behind it. The leader can make it with one order, no real power. Independent investigation committee is protected by law and has strong power. Independent committee cannot force people to come talk, cannot force companies to give files, cannot punish anyone who says no. It needs the government to help. Independent investigation committee can force everyone to come, can take files, can punish people like in court, and can hold public hearings. Independent committee members are usually chosen by the government. Not very open, report can be hidden, only give suggestions, cannot really punish anyone. Independent investigation committee is more independent. Everything open, report must be public, can really punish people and change laws. The word John Lee used, look at the problem, is usually for normal policy review to prevent future problems. Real investigation committee is for big disasters to find who is guilty. This fire is super big and super bad. It should 100% have a real investigation committee. So why doesn't John Lee want one? Clearly he is hiding something. Because this fire showed too many scary things. Fake cheap nets from Shandong could enter Hong Kong easily, and the fire alarm systems in 8 whole buildings were all turned off. On the day of the fire at 1524, a camera showed someone press the fire alarm, but nothing rang. It was broken or turned off. By law, if you want to turn off the whole building alarm for repair, you must ask the fire department first, because the system is connected to them. Workers sometimes cover smoke detectors, but they're not allowed to turn off the whole system for long. But all 8 buildings had their fire alarms turned off or silent from July 2024 to November 2025 during wall repair. The builder only asked permission for 2 buildings. The other 6 were illegally turned off. Residents complained many times the alarm never rings, but the management and builders said it's normal during repair. Why turn off the alarm? It's a secret rule in the industry. Wall repair needs welding, and welding makes smoke detectors ring all day. If not turned off, fire trucks come many times a day. So companies turn it off to save trouble, but they're supposed to hire extra fire watchers 24 hours. That costs money, so many just secretly turn it off and hope nothing happens. In 1996, the same thing happened in Garley building fire. They told people to ignore alarms because of repair. When real fire came, people ignored it and many died. This time, it was even worse. No warning at all. People didn't even know there was fire until too late. Now, let's look at the mainland side, Shandong Qinshu Company. The company started in 2019 with only 3 million renminbi in a small village. That village alone has dozens of net companies. The whole Huimin County in Shandong makes almost all of China's plastic nets. 90% of Shandong market, 80% of China market, thousands of factories, hundreds of thousands of workers, 30 billion renminbi a year. That's why right after the fire, Hong Kong officials and Chinese state media quickly blamed the bamboo scaffold and said the plastic nets were safe. Because if everyone sees the plastic net is fake and dangerous, the whole 30 billion RMB industry in Shandong will have huge problems. All factories may use the same fake test tricks. One small net problem would show the whole Chinese net industry has no real safety check. From the fake nets in Shandong to John Lee not wanting a real investigation, everything points to one thing. This terrible fire that killed so many people is the result of China's deep, system-wide corruption that has now spread to every part of Hong Kong. Many levels of corruption and careless work together caused this horrible man-made disaster.